I'm hoping I can share your story to inspire others because
Sure.
I just want to say congratulations, by the way, because
Yeah.
what did you end up choosing for a prize? What was it
So
that?
I was asking Mark if he had done them before, and there were two classes CEU that I wasn't sure about, and he got me both. So
Oh my gosh.
weightlifting after 50 and weightlifting for weight loss.
Awesome. Congratulations. Honest to
Yeah, I'm
God,
excited.
that's so great. And thank you for allowing me to share your story and to do a Zoom interview with you. And thank you for participating in the
Oh yeah, for
challenge.
sure. No,
So,
it's super fun.
so for anybody who watches this video later, basically we did a challenge in Mark's group to have everybody go live doing their own plank challenge, and it was a 7-day challenge, and Mark gave away a prize and you won. So totally
Yeah.
awesome. But first I'd like to hear a little bit, if you could share. So you're already certified, correct?
I'm going to be taking my test soon. I'm not
Oh,
yet certified.
okay. So you're studying. Okay.
Yes.
Which certification are you going for?
NASM.
Okay, good.
Hmm.
When is your exam?
Well, I haven't scheduled it yet. I noticed that you can schedule it I'm thinking a couple weeks.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
How are you doing with the studying?
I think pretty good. We have a lot of practice exams
Mm-hmm.
and I mean I do pretty well. I have a few areas I need to work on and work's been so busy, so I need to take some time and really dig in and just be consistent for a couple weeks. And then
Yeah.
I'm ready and I can always retake it. I told myself
Mm-hmm.
so that I can take the pressure off that if I fail, that's okay. I can retake it. I have
That's
a
right.
retake.
That's right. That's right. Just a quick tip that helped me. Prior to my exam day, I immersed myself the last week. So the last 7 days, I lived in my pajamas. I did not, and this is before, way before lockdown, way before the pandemic.
Mhm.
This is like going back 5 years. And I immersed myself, stayed home in my PJs, went over my manual, all my notes, all my highlights, and walked in. And yeah, are you testing in at a center or is it all online now?
It's all online.
Okay.
I would like to do a center, and I was thinking because work is so busy for the next month, maybe I should wait a month. I have the time so that I can
Yeah.
take at least 3 or 4 days off
Yeah.
beforehand, really rest and have that be my main
Right. Like
stressor.
have that be the only thing in your head. And
Yeah.
then, yeah, but you're going to pass. I'm sure of
Yeah.
it, especially since you're in Mark's group.
These
I,
classes are
oh,
so helpful. I
I
mean,
wish I had that when I was getting certified.
it animates it and brings the material from the book to life and really has made such a huge difference for me.
Yep, and he is the most knowledgeable trainer on the planet. He knows
Oh,
everything.
smart.
So smart. So
Yeah.
you're in good. You're going to be fine. You may not even have to immerse yourself. Uh, so what made you decide to become a trainer? What made you want to go for this?
Well, I've had a trainer and a coach for the last couple years, and I had such good results, and I've had such a great journey that I wanted to help other women or other people, but I really can only imagine working with women.
Yeah.
But I mean, I could work with men, but so I wanted to be able to do that and really help people, because it
Hmm.
completely changed my life. So yeah, I really like it, and
So
I love working with women.
you had, not to interrupt, but you had a personal transformation.
Completely. Yeah. I mean, I lost 45 pounds. My relationship with food completely changed. I started out when I was 46. And, I've been trying to lose weight and get in shape. I've been going to the gym over the years, but just having that accountability person and having specific goals each week to
Hmm.
really try and work towards has really helped me a lot. So I really want to help other women, but there's so much to learn. I'm finding it's not simple because it's not a cookie cutter program for everybody.
Right, right. Oh, you're going to be amazing. And especially since you have your own story that you can share. And they're going to be
Yeah.
able to relate to you. And I know what you mean about working mainly with women. I think me personally, I don't work with men. And if guys do want to train with me, I just refer them to my husband.
Oh, that's awesome. You guys have a little, that's great that you do
Yeah.
that together.
Yeah. So that's how that works. So, all right. So that brings me to my next question. Um, your niche, it sounds to me like it's going to be probably women. What describe a little bit about what you're thinking your market is going to be.
Well, I really like, so I'm 40, I'll be 48 this year. So the people that I am kind of practicing on and working with are perimenopausal for the most part, or postmenopausal. So that, and I know women struggle at that age with health and with weight loss and self-esteem and all those things. So I really am drawn towards that age. It might turn into that. I don't know. I don't know that that's, I mean, I think 30s and, people, I guess, go through that process at different times. But so I like that. I really, my mom has diabetes. I would like to work with, some older people as well, maybe perimenopausal on up.
Yep.
Really, my dad has COPD. And so I'd love to be able to help people that have some health issues, or just, moving around when you're older and getting that agility and strength. So I like that.
Absolutely. Balance is a big one.
Yeah.
When you get older. That's great. We're the same age. When is your birthday?
November 2nd.
Okay. I'm turning 48 in May.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually decided this week I'm going to stop talking about it.
I'm like, oh, this year I'm 48. I was saying last year I'm pushing 50.
Yeah, me too.
And I'm like in the best shape of my life.
Right,
right.
right.
I feel better than ever. I think it's fantastic, and we both look great for our age. Shoot.
Yeah, no, you're totally right. And imagine when we turn 50, we're going to be able to say, "Oh my gosh, we're 50, and if you want to feel like this, then you need to sign up with us," right?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
bigger.
Maybe I want to run a half marathon or something for my 50th birthday, or do
that's
some,
a great idea.
some kind of athletic thing.
Some massive goal. That's awesome. Oh, cool. All right. So I love it. And then what do you think, like, what is your idea for your business? Like, what's your ultimate goal? Do you want to work at a gym? Do you want to have your own business? And are you going to do virtual and in-person group classes? What are you thinking?
So I have been putting some thought into this, and it's hard for me to see how it's going to work out because I have a full-time corporate job with a company that I love, and so I'm kind of doing it on the side for now. But I'm thinking that I could get experience and work with women and retire early, and I want to move to Hawaii at some point, and then I could do it virtually or in person and have that kind of be my retirement career and retire early.
I love how that sounds.
Doesn't that sound great?
Yes. I love it.
Yeah, because I have so much fun with working with women and doing, creating fitness plans and helping people achieve their goals. And so it wouldn't be like work. I mean, it would be, but not the same as having a corporate job where I have to,
Totally. I totally get it. That's awesome. I love it. All right. So let's talk about the challenge, what we just did last week. So Mark and I challenged everybody in the group or who was on that live, Friday Night Live, to hold their own plank challenge and go live every day for a week with their following. And then to help get into the habit of going live, since that's such an important part of building your personal training business, fitness business. And hopefully get over some fears about doing it. And so I want to ask you, your plank challenge, first of all, where did you go live? Was it on Facebook, Instagram? Where did you do it?
On Facebook. I created a private group, and at first I was gonna just invite my husband. I was like, okay, well, I have to have somebody in there. And then I invited my closest friend and my other close friend, and then I invited some other people. events throughout the week. I invited more and more people because I got more comfortable. And you and Mark, of course, I invited. And so, yeah, Facebook in my group.
Excellent. So, were you initially nervous? Had you gone live prior to the challenge and
Never.
never? Okay.
Yeah.
Were you a little bit nervous about going live?
I was a little nervous because I had never done it before. And as far as, just the logistics of clicking the buttons, trying to figure it out. And then, like, what if I, need to stop it? Or, I wasn't sure because it was so new.
Right.
Yeah. So I was pretty nervous. It's something that I had never done or even thought about doing before.
Okay. Can you see how it would help build your community, build your business?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. After a few days, I started to get more comfortable, and a couple of my friends were planking with me. And my one of my friend would send me her planks recorded, and kind of just cheering me on. And so and then I think it was the last day, I had two people join me during the plank, so that was super exciting, and I
Yes.
started to really have fun with it. And then I kind of miss it now. So I could see how it could attract, like if I had done it on just my Facebook profile, it
Hmm.
would definitely attract new people that I wouldn't have just specifically picked because I was so close
Right.
to
Right. So once you do get certified, right? Once you pass your test,
them.
then you could just start it and do another one, right?
Yeah, yeah.
What were some of the reactions you were getting from the people, from your friends that were planking with you? What were they saying? What did they get? Did they get any results? Did they get into maybe a new habit of planking, or what were they
Yeah.
saying?
Well, I know one friend planked every day, and that was great for her because we've been trying to get her into an exercise schedule. Mostly they just said, "Oh my gosh, she's so cute. I can't even stand it." My husband was like, "Is it okay to love somebody that much?" She just thought it was so. So I had positive feedback um, about my personality and what it was like during the live. So that was nice. I don't know
Awesome.
if they're continuing to plank. I doubt it, but I had that challenge on there.
That's great. The positive feedback is amazing. It's like that'll keep you going too throughout your
Yeah.
whole, obviously. You're giving back. It's such a great purpose. Did you do any kind of prize or anything? Did you reward anybody for planking?
I didn't even no, I didn't. I
Okay.
should have. I mean, it
Okay.
was just my best friend.
Yeah.
I rewarded her with lots of praise.
That's good. That's good. And you rewarded her with a tighter core.
Yes.
That's priceless. Um, okay. And then, all right. So I think my next question would be, well, what time of day did you do it? And was it the same every day?
It wasn't. I intended to do it the same every day, but sometimes I had meetings or I was trying to do it around noon. Um, but yeah, it was not this. I would have to pick a time like first thing in the morning where there's nothing else happening in life to have. This is plank time.
Right, right.
Plank plank minute at 7 a.m.
So, how would you encourage other trainers who haven't tried this yet? What would you say to somebody who hasn't done this yet, like to try to push them to do it for their own business?
Well, I would say that I really liked how I started out in a really safe space, and I was really comfortable, and it gave me the experience of using the technology and to be able to have fun with it a little bit to get to the point where I'm more comfortable going live. And I think that people get a notification that so and so is going live, and they can just join on and see what you're doing. So I think it's just a great. Once you do it, after doing it for a week, I felt comfortable, and so I think just trying it out in a safe space first is a great idea. So I'm really glad I did it.
Awesome. Thank you so much for participating. And
Yeah.
I really look forward to hearing that you passed your CPT, because then you can just start. And then at that point, definitely right away start up another plank challenge in on something more, not a private group. Do it either on your profile or
Uh-huh.
your group that's public or something like that, and then do a prize. So have everybody comment that they planked with
Hmm.
you, and then pick somebody, like kind of like what Mark did. Where
Yeah.
he spun that thing. I got to find out how he did that.
I know that was cool.
That was really cool. And then give away like a free personal training session or something like that to help grow your business. But I'm
Yeah.
really, really excited for you. Thank you for sharing. And I definitely look forward to seeing where you go with your business.
Yeah, me too. I'm excited too. And it's been great getting to know you through these live Zooms that you guys are doing or the Facebook lives. And yeah, and I appreciate you reaching out.
Absolutely. And this, can you be on this Friday? It's
Yeah.
okay. What's your oh yeah, you're 3 hours behind us, so it's 5 p.m. your time on
Mhm.
Friday. And this week, I'm actually, this will be perfect. This will segue right into you passing your exam, because I'm going to talk about how to grow your community organically so that you don't have to, number one, spend all day on social media.
Yeah.
And number two, you'll never have to spend money on ads either.